everyone and welcome back. So today's video is going to be a fun one and a little bit different than anything I've done before on my channel. I'm going to be reviewing the Chanel Boy O-Zip coin purse for you guys today. I recently purchased mine about 2 weeks ago and I've been using it on a day-to-day basis, and I kind of wanted to give you guys my thoughts and like my first impressions on the wallet, as well as how I use mine on a day-to-day basis as my main wallet. So if you're interested in seeing my initial thoughts on the wallet as well as how I use it on a day-to-day basis and what can fit inside, then just keep on watching. So I purchased the Chanel Boy O-Zip coin purse in the black lambskin and the silver ruthenium hardware. This measures about 4.5 inches in length, about 3 inches in height, and about 3/4 of an inch in depth. The side gussets are leather and the interior of the wallet is like a thicker fabric that is really nice quality, but what you would expect from Chanel. I purchased mine from a website called Fashionphile, and if you guys aren't aware, Fashionphile is one of those websites where you can buy pre-owned luxury, whether it's a handbag, any type of SLG or small leather good, any type of designer shoe, they have them there. Sometimes they're pre-owned, sometimes they are completely new with tags that someone sold to them, and you can find a lot of deals there. And so that's where I purchased this specific wallet, and I've sold multiple bags to them before, as well as a pair of shoes, and they've always had great customer service. It takes a little bit long for them to get back to you sometimes, but great customer service overall, and I've never had any issues with them. So I would definitely recommend looking there first if you're interested in buying a luxury good. But sometimes you don't want to necessarily pay the high price of it, getting it brand new, but you can get them practically brand new like this one was on that website for a lot cheaper. So just a little background on this specific wallet. So earlier this year, I purchased the Louis Vuitton Josephine wallet in the monogram print with the rose ballerine interior. It's like a standard size wallet, and I really liked it. But as my daughter grew up, and she's 15 months old now, as we started moving around a little bit more, I just found that it was just a little bit too big. I wasn't using it that much. The button on my wallet it was kind of wearing very quickly. So I ended up selling that wallet, and I had been on the hunt to find another wallet that fit on my lifestyle a little bit better. I was looking up on Fashionphile first and just kind of seeing what they had, and I came across this beautiful wallet, and I started immediately looking up on YouTube and seeing reviews, if there were any, and there were like a handful of reviews. And then I went on purse forums, and I probably stocked this wallet for like a month and a half. I told myself, when you like start, especially like building your collection, even though I in no way, shape, or form want it to be like ridiculously huge, I want to have pieces that I know I'm going to use no matter what. And so I wanted to start with a solid black and silver combination, and just something that I know that I could use with anything on any day, no matter what, and would fit my lifestyle and like my color palette that I normally wear well. So that's why I chose the black versus like the colors that come in the cruise collection. I believe they have a couple of different ones, and one of them was like a pretty like gray color, and another one I believe was like an olive. But I love both of those, but I just knew that when I'm starting, like I said, just in creating kind of a base for my life in the way I want to wear my bags and that type of thing, I knew black was the way to go. But yeah, now that you have the background on the wallet and why I kind of chose this color combination and all that, let's talk about the wallet. So the first pro that might seem kind of just like, okay, but I find this wallet, although compact, it can hold so much, and it's so deep. A lot of times wallets that are this size, I have found that sometimes it's harder to zip it without snagging on a card or snagging on money. And with this one, your money and your cards can go in so much deeper down that you have room. There's that much room on top of where the cards actually sit. So it makes it so much easier when you're zipping to just zip and keep on going and not be like, oh, let me push my card down to, because I don't have time for that. I really don't. If it's beautiful and it does all that, I can't have it. It has to be beautiful but functional at the same time. So I was really happy about that. It was deep. It's really a lot deeper than some zippy compact type of wallets that I've seen, like from Louis Vuitton and different brands like that. So I was really happy to see that my cards had enough room to sit in and with a little bit of room to spare on top to easily zip the wallet open and close. The next thing that I loved is that on the bottom of the interior, there are no gaps. So your coins won't spill from each compartment to another compartment if you choose to put coins in here. I don't, just because I feel like I'm like the coin lady. So I just have a separate little zippy pouch that I bought from Target. It's $3 and it can hold all the coins that I could possibly need. So I don't put coins in here. But it just is nice because none of your paperwork, none of your cards, even though cards wouldn't do it, but like if they were business cards or a little bit softer cards or even money, won't slip from compartment to compartment because the compartments go completely down on the inside. It's one of those things that when you don't have it, you're like, oh man, I wish it didn't do that. So it was one of those things that I didn't even have to think about, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, that's perfect, because nothing will go from one compartment to another compartment to another compartment. It'll stay where you put it. Contrary to popular belief, I would say if you purchased a bag and the whole thing was lambskin, I can understand that being a little bit more delicate because it's a whole bag. But this thing is so durable. I mean, my daughter, she's 15 months old, like I said, and she likes to grab stuff, touch stuff, all that, and she's grabbed this multiple times off of the table, and she hasn't nicked it up or anything, and she doesn't know one way or another that this is mommy's pretty wallet or not. She just sees it as a toy and she grabs it and does anything to it, and it's held up very, very well. It's definitely a softer leather. I mean, you can tell. I have acrylics on, and when I've grabbed it in and out of my purse, I haven't had to worry about it. There's been a couple times where I have grabbed it and I'm like, oh gosh, I kind of like grabbed it. But it does nothing to it. Mine hasn't shown any wear or tear. It is a recent purchase, so I do understand that, but I thought that since it was black, it would show a little bit of the nicks a little bit more, which normally I wouldn't think for black, but with this one, because it is shiny, I feel like if you do nick it up, you can see where it gets like a little bit dull. There is no dull marks on this thing. It is beautiful and it is a lot more durable than I thought it was going to be, and I'm very happy about that. That makes me even more interested in looking at the caviar leather versions of the Chanel zippy coin purses, just because I know that this one is holding up so well. So that's also something that was a pro for me because I wasn't sure. This is my first piece from Chanel, so I wasn't sure how it was going to be, but so far, so good. My one and only con for this wallet is a very interesting one. I didn't think that this was going to be the con, but the zipper on the wallet is actually plastic. And that was just so surprising to me. Not sure why they have a plastic zipper on this wallet. I know the ones that are in the caviar leathers, they have a actual like hardware zipper. I was expecting the zipper to be something like similar to my jacket, or like actually to the Ruthenium hardware. Like that's the kind of zipper that I was expecting, even though I knew it wasn't gonna be silver because obviously I saw the pictures of it. But that was the only thing that was kind of like, why plastic? That doesn't make any sense. Prior to purchasing the wallet, I did see that some people said that they chose to do the plastic zipper because it would show less like tarnishing on the hardware. I also called Chanel and just asked them about it because I just really wanted to know, and they said they haven't had any issues with it being plastic. Like none of the teeth have messed up or anything like that. They haven't, well, they meaning the Chanel in New York, hasn't had any problems with people bringing it back because of anything that has to do with the zipper. So that was a little bit more like relieving, and just is like, okay, well, I know a lot of people have purchased this wallet. From what I've seen in purse forums as well as reviews on YouTube, it seemed like people, that was their only con too, but they said it worked well, so it was all right with me. Okay, and now to how I pack it on an everyday basis. So I kind of have mine separated where I have money on one side. In the middle, which is the compartment that you can see right when you open it, I have my two most used cards, my driver's license and my debit card. And on the last side, I have a couple of like gift cards and insurance cards and things like that, just so they're in this, I mean, they're in my wallet, but I don't like overpack it with a whole bunch of all these loyalty cards. I don't do all that. So right now, I think I have about 8 cards in my wallet. if I were to just leave it open, this is what it looks like. And I don't know, it just is really perfect. I also noticed too that when I first got it and I was kind of like just touching it and feeling it out, undoing and doing the zipper, I did notice that the zipper wasn't as smooth as I had expected. This piece was brand new with tags, so I knew that that was probably part of the reason why. But once I put cards and money and all that into it, it seemed like because it was a little bit fatter, it zipped a lot smoother. And so to me, this might sound really weird, but to me, that meant that this is actually like a real wallet. Sometimes you see those beautiful wallets and beautiful luxury pieces that are just gorgeous to look at, but they're not really functional when it comes down to what it's supposed to be used for. And when I saw that, it was like, wow, they want you to use this wallet, they want you to stuff this wallet, you know, to a certain capacity to where it still is maintaining its shape. And I have a lot more room. I think I could fit, when I did it, I could fit up to about 20 cards in here and it was still good. So if you're one of those people who have more loyalty cards or more gift cards or things like that that you wanted to add to the wallet, I would definitely say that you could, up to about 20 cards. But if you were interested in this wallet, I would definitely say go for it because it could just hold so much. It says it's a compact wallet for sure, but it's a compact wallet that can hold so much more than you ever thought possible. For me, everything about this wallet is just so Chanel, but so me. And I always make sure that when I buy luxury pieces, I want to see myself in that piece. That might sound really odd to you, but I'm one of those people who I love handbags and small leather goods and anything like that. I'm not really like super into shoes or clothes or anything. I don't spend a lot of money on those things, I should say. I like them, but handbags are my thing. I'll throw on jeans and a t-shirt, but then throw on a fabulous bag and feel like everything is complete. This wallet is just perfectly me and who I am now as a mom and as a stay-at-home mom. This just works. It works for me and my lifestyle. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.